Not only do I get to provide for my family, but I get to give back. I get to help people. I get that constant reward of making people's lives better.
God made me a people gatherer, so I started gathering people around this table my dad built, and I just set a goal to gather 500 people around my table, one dinner party after another.
I think Alan's vision for David, he views it more as a ministry to really make an impact on a lot of people's lives.
In our mission statement, we talk about a Christ-centered learning community with a liberal arts approach that prepares our graduates for ongoing intellectual and spiritual growth, reasoned engagement with the world, and lives of meaningful work.
I think what I do is meaningful work because I'm helping other people realize that there is a lot more than what they currently see and what they have experienced. I have been able to work in very small communities and apply some of the things that I have learned in my work abroad in small communities here in Arkansas.
This year at Ouachita, we've been focusing on lives of meaningful work. And one way that my office is focusing on this, we used to be the Office of Career Services, and we've changed that to the Office of Career and Calling. And we really want to help students understand the difference between a job, a career, and their calling. I feel like in our Christ-centered environment here at Ouachita, it takes on an even deeper meaning. We focus on educating the whole person, of course academically, but also preparing them for when they graduate and start their career and follow God's call on their life.
Not only did the Lord call me to ministry at Ouachita, but it was where I began to really discover these God-given passions for preaching, for speaking, for people.
I think every day is meaningful, especially when we have hundreds of employees. I think every moment that we can pour into somebody else is very important, and what we say to them could change their lives.
The foundation I developed there based around a Christ-like living. I spend every day doing the best I can to do God's will and to be God's instrument, to watch Him work. It's nothing short of amazing.
In the Gallup-Purdue study, they surveyed 30,000 adults to ask them to what extent they felt like they were thriving in their life or felt engaged at their work. And they discovered that those who reported high levels of thriving and engagement had two characteristics that were common in their college experience. One, they formed close personal relationships with faculty and mentors, and they had real-life, hands-on learning experiences. That's good news for Ouachita because these are two areas we excel, and it helps explain why we have such a high graduation rate and a high placement rate as well.
You know, meaningful work to me is something that feels like I'm doing the thing that God's made me to do. For Ouachita to say that I'm doing meaningful work is really humbling, but I also know in my heart that it's meaningful to me because I'm getting to do the thing that God's made me to do.
At Ouachita, we want you to graduate and we want you to get a good job, and we excel in those areas. But even more than that, we want you to have a life with purpose and meaning. And that's part of why at Ouachita, we focus on lives of meaningful work.